Imagine living in America for years, working hard, paying taxes, building a life, and then hearing that immigration rules may be shifting in ways that could completely change the green card process. Not rumors, not internet panic, not TikTok fear, but real immigration policy discussions and updated guidance that are creating anxiety across immigrant communities in 2026. In May 2026, new USCIS guidance and growing immigration policy debates sparked concern among lawyers, students, workers, and families about the future of adjustment of status inside the United States. And for many immigrants, the fear is simple. What if applying for a green card from inside the U.S. becomes much harder? For years, many immigrants already inside America were able to apply for permanent residency through a process called adjustment of status, meaning you stayed in the United States, filed your paperwork, attended interviews, and waited for a decision without leaving the country. That became the normal expectation for many people. But now, immigration attorneys and policy analysts are warning that the government may increasingly favor stricter review processes and more consular processing outside the U.S. in certain situations. And that possibility is creating fear, especially for immigrants who have built their entire lives here. Students on F-1 visas, workers on H-1B, L-1, and O-1 visas, families waiting on sponsorships, people with pending immigration pathways, even some mixed-status households. Many are now asking, what happens if the rules change while I'm already here? And this is where things become emotionally complicated, because for some immigrants, leaving the United States is not simple. Depending on someone's immigration history, overstays, or prior status issues, departing the country could trigger re-entry bars or long separation periods before returning legally. That's why immigration lawyers constantly warn people, never make immigration decisions without professional legal advice. And even when consular processing is available, the system itself can be unpredictable. Some embassies face long wait times. Some countries experience staffing shortages or delays. Some applicants wait months, sometimes longer, before receiving interviews or decisions. Now imagine the emotional pressure that creates. You leave the country trying to follow immigration procedures, but suddenly your entire life feels uncertain. Your spouse stays behind. Your job pauses. Your future becomes dependent on timelines you cannot control. That uncertainty is what scares immigrants most, not just paperwork, uncertainty. Now, to be fair, the government says stricter immigration review is meant to reduce fraud, improve vetting, manage backlogs, and strengthen system integrity. That is the official reasoning often given during immigration policy changes and enforcement expansions. And whether people agree or disagree, those policy shifts have real emotional consequences for immigrant families. So what should immigrants take from all this? Not panic, preparation. This is the time to stay informed, follow official USCIS updates, avoid misinformation online, consult qualified immigration attorneys, understand your status clearly, and think carefully before international travel. If your case is complicated because immigration rules can change quickly and assumptions can become dangerous, it's also important to understand that every immigration case is different. What applies to one person may not apply to another. That's why social media advice alone is never enough for life-changing immigration decisions. But beyond the policies, there's a human side to all of this. Immigrants build lives here, families, careers, communities, dreams. And every time immigration uncertainty increases, it affects real people emotionally. People trying to create stability, people trying to belong, people trying to build a future. So, if you're watching this right now, feeling overwhelmed, confused, or anxious about your immigration journey, understand something important. You are not alone. Millions of immigrants are navigating uncertainty while still trying to move forward with dignity and hope. And no matter how many times policies change, immigrants continue adapting, continue building, continue rising. This is IMTV, where we turn immigrant struggle into understanding. Note that this video is for informational and storytelling purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Immigration policies can change, and every case is different. Always consult a qualified immigration attorney or official USCIS resources regarding your specific situation.